Hello everyone and welcome back to HAIRSTEIC Africa podcast, where we share stories and conversation about how Africans shape their future through engineering, innovation, and leadership. My name is Marlene, the communication specialist at HAIRSTEIC Africa, and I'll be your host in today's episode. In this episode, we are going to dive deeper into something more exciting, the HAIR-STEIC Pathway. We are going to see what it is, why it matters, and how young Africans like students, professionals like engineers, and also entrepreneurs can apply this in their own lives. I'm thrilled to be joined again by the CEO and founder of HAIRSTEIC Africa, Engineer Kazawadi Papiers, who is going to take us deeper or to walk us through this innovative model. You are welcome again, Engineer Kazawadi.
Thank you very much, Madam, once again.
You're welcome. So, I have heard that many people don't understand HAIR-STEIC Pathway, especially during the past webinars and also the programs that we have been sharing to people. Please tell us, what is HAIR-STEIC? Because many people would like to understand what HAIR-STEIC is.
Thank you very much. HAIR-STEIC, first of all, is an acronym of the words that I'm going to mention. H stands for helicopter view, A stands for analysis, I stands for imagination, R stands for reality, S stands for social responsibility, T stands for transparency, E stands for ethical standards, I stands for integrity, and C stands for collaboration. This is a dual project-based learning method which emphasizes on project case studies and experiences and site visit, while 30% covers theory. It is through this process that we believe the graduates who have not had the reality of what projects are going to be and the reality of what they actually learned in school and are going to work in the real life, that they would gain and enhance their talents to work and be more effective. Secondly, it has a unique assessment criteria and a manual for training. This is a method which is, I would say, is a game changer, because most other trainings that we have, especially in the built environment, do not have recognized and approved manuals. But we have tried to develop guidelines and the manual that will guide both the trainees and the trainers.
Thank you so much, Engineer, for sharing or telling us more about HAIR-STEIC, especially explaining those acronyms and also telling us the importance of HAIR-STEIC Pathway. So please tell us, how did the idea of HAIR-STEIC come about, and what made you feel like we need such model?
The idea came about as a result of my experience. As you know, in the past 5 years plus, I have been in the leadership positions, where my journey started when I was the president of the Institution of Engineers Rwanda. Then I ascended to be the chair of Anti-Corruption Committee at the World Federation of Engineering Organization. And I also became the president of the Federation of Africa Engineering Organization. And now I am a co-chair of the AAAP Accord, which brings together Africa, Asia, and Americas. This is, in other terms, known as the Global South. And it is intended to promote engineers and technicians to be able to have the mobility and recognized when they move from one country to another. So this is something that I feel is very necessary in helping African students and graduates, including Rwandans, to also be able to stand the test of time and be able to be at the same level as our brothers in Asia and the Americas.
Wow. No wonder you inspire a lot of young engineers or young professionals here in Rwanda. You really, really have a huge experience. And also, I hope this HAIR-STEIC pathway will surely shape many of us, especially young professionals like us.
Absolutely.
Now, yeah. So, for our listeners, students, engineers, or entrepreneurs, how can they apply this HAIR-STEIC pathway into in their own projects or in their own lives? How can they apply this HAIR-STEIC pathway?
First of all, HAIR-STEIC, when you spread this acronym, you try to put on a lens or a radar, you can easily, when you stand in your position or in your area of study, you are able to digest in accordance with the acronyms. For example, if someone did civil engineering, he will be able to use the H as a helicopter view of civil engineering and then look at it holistically. Once you have looked at it, you bring down to the analysis. You analyze that civil engineering. Again, the analysis goes with your understanding, goes with your environment where you are in. It goes with the influence and the opportunities where you find them. So basically, you are able to put in the lens your civil engineering, you are able to put it in the lens where you will assess its strategic, your strategic thinking capabilities, as well as your ethical leadership capabilities. Implying that when you are going to deal with the problems that most engineers are supposed to be dealing with, you also need not to forget about the social responsibility in the area where you are working. You need also to align with the ethics that it requires, the cultural values of the area where those projects are. By combining HAIR-STEIC, you are able to gather a lot of information in a very short time that will guide you and enable you to be much more creative, much more competitive, and much more productive in your area of work.
Wow. This is really, really creative. Like, I can understand how HAIR-STEIC pathway will be shaping a lot in our continent, especially here in Rwanda. And I look forward to see it. Like, I can picture Africa in few years. It will be something really, really great. Thank you so much, Engineer Kazawadi, for sharing the vision of HAIR-STEIC pathway and also guiding us.
Thank you. Maybe before you close,
Yes.
I would like to also add that this HAIR-STEIC, when you are doing your analysis or your assessment, you bring the national development strategy of your country. You put it into the HAIR-STEIC lens. When you look into it, clearly you will be able to see the opportunities. And this will help these young graduates who are claiming to be not employed, having nothing to do. Then they are likely to see the opportunities that are contained in their national strategies. Not forgetting that in addition to it, we have 2063 agenda for Africa, we have SDGs. All these are opportunities, especially after going through the processes of HAIRSTEIC training, and then being able to apply it in your day-to-day life.
Wow, that is great. And also, thank you so much for adding that too. I hope everyone have a clear view of what HAIRSTEIC is. And I really would like to thank Engineer Kazawadi for taking this time and walking us through HAIRSTEIC Pathway. And also, this way Africans can get a creative and innovative way of shaping their future. Thank you so much, Engineer.
Thank you, Marlene.
You're welcome.
Yep.
To everyone listening, remember to follow TAS Africa on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms so that you can get updated, be inspired, and also to learn how you can be part of this growing community. I am Marlene, and this has been TAS Africa podcast.